First contact deception. Dr. Sarah Chen stood before the massive quantum display, her eyes fixed on the strange signal patterns dancing across the holographic interface. The Nexus Initiative's underground facility, buried deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, hummed with activity as the most advanced AI systems humanity had ever created processed the incoming data. "They're getting bolder," she muttered, watching as another alien probe attempted to scan Earth's defense systems. The probe, like dozens before it, detected only what humanity wanted it to see: outdated satellite networks, primitive nuclear arsenals, and radio telescopes that would seem archaic to any advanced civilization. General Marcus Rodriguez approached, his neural implant synchronizing with the facility's secure network. "Status report, Doctor. The Arcturus Collective is running their third deep scan this month," Sarah replied, manipulating the quantum display with practiced gestures. "Their probes are more sophisticated than the previous ones, but they still can't detect our quantum shielding or the phase-shifted facilities." For 50 years, humanity had maintained the greatest deception in its history. After detecting the first alien probe in 2042, world leaders had made an unprecedented decision. Instead of announcing first contact or displaying their rapid technological advancement, they chose to hide. Not out of fear, but strategy. The Nexus Initiative was born from this decision. While the world appeared divided and technologically stagnant to outside observers, humanity unified in secret. Countries pooled their resources, brilliant minds collaborated across borders, and technological advancement accelerated at an unprecedented rate. "Show me the latest intel on their fleet movements," Rodriguez commanded. The display shifted, revealing hundreds of massive warships gathering at the edge of the solar system. The Arcturus Collective, a federation of 7 alien species, had spent decades studying Earth, categorizing it as a pre-spacefaring civilization ripe for conquest. Sarah pulled up another display, this one showing Earth's true defensive capabilities. Quantum phase generators hidden throughout the solar system could instantly deploy energy fields that would make the strongest alien shields look primitive. Dimensional shift drives allowed Earth's hidden fleet to move through space in ways the aliens couldn't comprehend. And the AI defense network, distributed through quantum computers in subspace, could process combat decisions faster than any organic mind. "They're preparing for what they think will be an easy conquest," Sarah noted, her expression grim. "Their tactical simulations suggest they're committing only a fraction of their total fleet strength." "Perfect," Rodriguez replied, a slight smile crossing his face. "The Council has given us authorization to proceed with Operation Starcross. It's time to show them why underestimating humanity was their biggest mistake." Deep within the Arcturus command ship, Fleet Commander Zaxold reviewed the final invasion plans. His species' bioluminescent patterns pulsed with anticipation as he studied the holographic display of Earth. "Such a primitive world," he mused to his subordinates, "still burning fossil fuels, fighting among themselves, barely able to reach their own moon. Their most advanced weapons wouldn't scratch our shield harmonics." "The resource surveys are complete, Commander," his science officer reported. "Earth's combination of rare elements and biological diversity makes it an invaluable acquisition. Their resistance should be minimal." If only they knew. Back in the Nexus facility, Sarah accessed the quantum network that connected Earth's hidden defenses. Thousands of advanced warships lay concealed in dimensional pockets throughout the solar system. Automated defense platforms, invisible to conventional sensors, stood ready. The very laws of physics had been bent and reshaped by human innovation, creating weapons that would seem like magic to their would-be invaders. "All defense grid sectors report ready," she announced. "Quantum shields are charged but inactive. Phase shift drives are spooled. The AI network has calculated over 10 million possible battle scenarios." Rodriguez nodded, opening a secure channel to the United Earth Defense Council. "Operation Starcross is green-lit. All commands are to maintain current protocols until the Arcturus fleet commits to their invasion vector." How long do you think it will take them to realize their mistake? Sarah asked, watching as more alien ships gathered at the system's edge. About as long as it takes us to demonstrate why humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology, Rodriguez replied. It's our ability to unite and innovate when faced with a challenge. They think they're hunting prey, but they're about to become the hunted. The quantum displays continued their silent dance, monitoring every movement of the approaching alien fleet. Humanity's moment of revelation approached, and with it, a demonstration of power that would reshape the galaxy's understanding of Earth forever. The greatest deception in human history was about to end, and the Arcturus Collective would learn that appearances can be dangerously deceiving. The veiled defense. The quantum fabrication chamber pulsed with ethereal light as Dr. Chen supervised the final calibrations of Earth's newest weapon system. 3 kilometers beneath the Pacific Ocean, the massive circular chamber housed technology that would have seemed impossible just decades ago. Quantum phase resonance holding at optimal levels, the AI announced through her neural interface. Before her, a prototype defensive satellite shimmered in and out of conventional spacetime, its advanced metamaterials absorbing and redirecting energy in ways that defied traditional physics. Run final diagnostic sequence, Sarah commanded, her augmented vision overlaying complex data streams across her field of view. The satellite represented humanity's latest breakthrough, technology that could predict and counter any known form of energy weapon by shifting partially out of normal spacetime microseconds before impact. General Rodriguez entered the chamber, accompanied by Dr. Yuki Tanaka, Earth's leading expert in dimensional physics. The Arcturus fleet has begun their final approach vector, Rodriguez reported. Their current trajectory suggests they'll reach Mars orbit in approximately 72 hours. Perfect timing, Sarah replied, gesturing at the prototype. The last batch of quantum phase satellites will be ready for deployment within 48 hours. Once they're in position, our solar system-wide defense grid will be complete. Dr. Tanaka stepped forward, his neural implants interfacing with the chamber's sensor arrays. The latest simulations are impressive. The Arcturus Collective's energy weapons operate on principles we mapped out and surpassed 20 years ago. They haven't even begun to grasp the potential of quantum manipulation. Deep within the Arcturus command ship, Fleet Commander Zaxol received the final intelligence reports from their advanced probes. His bioluminescent patterns pulsed with satisfaction as he reviewed the data. Earth's primitive detection systems remain focused on their outdated satellite network, his intelligence officer reported. They've detected our approach, but their response has been exactly what we'd expect from a pre-spacefaring civilization. Confusion, panic, and futile attempts at preparation. Zaxol's secondary breathing membranes fluttered in amusement. Their most advanced weapons are based on nuclear fission. Prepare the first wave of atmospheric penetrators. We'll disable their primitive communication networks before they can mount any organized resistance. If only he knew that every word, every plan, every thought shared aboard his vessel was being monitored by quantum sensors that operated beyond his species' understanding of physics. Back in the Nexus Facility's Strategic Command Center, Sarah and Rodriguez watched the Arcturus fleet's approach through humanity's true sensor network. The alien ships appeared as brilliant quantum signatures, their every system mapped and analyzed by AI processors that could model the outcome of a space battle faster than organic minds could blink. Final status report, Rodriguez commanded, neural interface linking him to command centers hidden throughout the solar system. Luna Base reports all quantum shield generators at full capacity, the AI responded. Mars defense grid is phase-shifted and ready. The Jupiter containment fleet is in position, dimensional drives hot. All automated defense platforms are armed and awaiting final authorization. Sarah pulled up a tactical display showing Earth's true military assets. Thousands of advanced warships lay hidden in dimensional pockets throughout the solar system. Each vessel carried weapons that operated on principles the Arcturus Collective hadn't even theorized yet. Quantum phase torpedoes that could bypass any known shielding. Gravitational lenses that could focus and redirect the energy of solar flares. AI-driven drone swarms that could think and react at speeds that made organic pilots obsolete. They still think we're a primitive species barely able to reach our own moon, Dr. Tanaka observed, monitoring the quantum feeds. Their tactical simulations show they're expecting this to be a simple shock-and-awe campaign. No real resistance, just a quick surrender once we see their technological superiority. Humanity's greatest advantage has always been our ability to adapt and innovate, Rodriguez replied. While they watched us, thinking we were stuck in our technological infancy, we were studying them, learning their weaknesses, developing countermeasures to their every weapon and tactic. Sarah's neural interface pinged with a priority alert. The quantum AI network has detected energy spikes in the Arcturus fleet. They're preparing their first wave of atmospheric penetrators. Right on schedule, Rodriguez nodded. Maintain current protocols. Let them commit fully to their invasion vector before we reveal ourselves. The moment of truth is almost here. Throughout the solar system, humanity's hidden forces stood ready. Quantum shields waited to spring to life. Dimensional drives spooled with barely contained power, and weapon systems beyond alien comprehension prepared to demonstrate why underestimating humanity was about to become the Arcturus Collective's greatest mistake. The greatest revelation in galactic history approached, and with it, a demonstration of power that would forever change the balance of power among the stars. The time for hiding was almost over. Operation Shattered Stars. The first wave of Arcturus atmospheric penetrators entered Mars orbit, their energy signatures blazing against the crimson backdrop of the red planet. Fleet Commander Zaxol watched with satisfaction as his invasion force moved into perfect attack formation. Begin the initial bombardment, he commanded, bioluminescent patterns pulsing with anticipation. Target their primitive satellite networks and communication systems. Let them witness true power. In the Nexus Facilities Command Center, Dr. Sarah Chen and General Rodriguez monitored every movement through quantum sensors. The moment they'd prepared decades for had finally arrived. They've crossed the Mars threshold, Sarah announced, neural interface streaming real-time tactical data. All defense grid sectors report ready. Waiting for your command, General. Rodriguez opened a secure channel to all Earth defense forces. Operation Shattered Stars is now active. All units, execute according to plan. Remember, timing is everything. The Arcturus ships launched their first salvo, energy weapons powering up to unleash what they believed would be a devastating display of technological superiority. At that precise moment, reality itself seemed to shift around them. The surface of Mars shimmered as massive quantum shield generators phased into normal spacetime. Orbital defense platforms materialized from dimensional pockets, their weapons already tracking targets. And throughout the solar system, humanity's hidden fleet emerged from subspace, surrounding the invasion force in a perfect sphere of overwhelming firepower. Impossible. Zaxol's secondary breathing membranes fluttered in panic as his tactical displays exploded with new contacts. Where moments before his sensors had detected only primitive satellites and space debris, now thousands of advanced warships appeared, their technology far beyond anything the Arcturus Collective had ever encountered. This is Admiral Helena Santos of the United Earth Defense Force. A transmission cut through all Arcturus communication channels. Your fleet is surrounded, your tactical position is compromised, and your intelligence about Earth is catastrophically wrong. Surrender now, or face the consequences of your aggression. The Arcturus ships opened fire, their energy weapons lashing out at the nearest human vessels. But their beams dissipated harmlessly against quantum shields that operated on principles they couldn't comprehend. Earth's response was devastating. Quantum phase torpedoes phased through Arcturus shields as if they didn't exist, their warheads rematerializing inside ship hulls. Gravitational lenses focused the power of solar winds into devastating weapon beams. AI-driven drone swarms moved with impossible precision, their shared consciousness operating at speeds that made organic reactions seem glacial by comparison. Status report. Zaxel demanded as his flagship shuddered under impacts his sensors couldn't even properly detect. "We've lost 30% of the fleet in the first wave," his tactical officer responded, patterns flashing with terror. "Their weapons, they're operating on principles we don't understand. Our shields might as well be tissue paper." In the Nexus Command Center, Sarah monitored the battle through quantum feeds. The AI network predicts total Arcturus fleet neutralization within 17 minutes at current engagement rates. "Send in the dimensional strike teams," Rodriguez ordered. "Show them exactly how primitive our boarding tactics are." Specialized Earth assault ships phased partially out of normal spacetime, allowing them to pass directly through the hulls of Arcturus vessels. Elite troops wearing quantum-enhanced combat suits materialized inside enemy ships, their neural interfaces linked to AI systems that could predict and counter any response. Fleet Commander Zaxel watched in horror as his mighty invasion fleet was systematically dismantled by forces he couldn't even comprehend. Ships that had been the pride of the Arcturus Collective were being reduced to drifting hulks or clouds of debris in minutes. "All ships, emergency retreat," he ordered, his pride shattered. "Get us out of this system." But retreat proved impossible. Earth's fleet had positioned itself precisely to cut off all escape routes, using gravitational manipulation technology to prevent any attempt at faster-than-light travel. "Your situation is hopeless, Commander," Admiral Santos transmitted again. "You have one final chance to surrender before we demonstrate our full capabilities." In the Nexus facility, Dr. Tanaka joined Sarah and Rodriguez at the tactical displays. The Quantum AI estimates 97% of their surviving ships will surrender within the next 3 minutes. The remaining 3% will attempt a suicidal last stand. 50 years of preparation, Rodriguez mused, watching as Arcturus ships began powering down their weapons. 50 years of hiding our true nature, advancing our technology in secret, all while letting them think we were centuries behind them. The battle for Earth's solar system was over almost as quickly as it had begun. The mighty Arcturus invasion fleet, which had anticipated an easy conquest of a primitive world, found itself completely outmatched by the very civilization they had so grievously underestimated. As the last Arcturus ship surrendered, Fleet Commander Zaxel realized that his collective's greatest mistake hadn't been attacking Earth. It had been believing their own assumptions about humanity's limitations. The galaxy was about to learn that appearances could be deceiving, and humanity was ready to take its place among the stars. Breaking point. In the Grand Assembly Chamber of the Arcturus Collective's capital world, Supreme Leader Venar's bioluminescent patterns flashed with barely contained rage. The holographic displays showed the complete destruction of their invasion fleet, a devastating defeat that threatened to shatter the collective's image of military supremacy. "Impossible," she raged, all 4 neural clusters pulsing with fury. "A pre-spacefaring civilization cannot possess such technology. Launch everything we have. Every ship, every weapon. Reduce their system to atoms." Dr. Sarah Chen and General Rodriguez monitored the quantum feeds as massive fleet movements rippled across the galaxy. The Arcturus Collective was mobilizing its entire military force. Over 10,000 ships, nearly 20 times the size of the initial invasion fleet. "They're reacting exactly as the Quantum AI predicted," Sarah noted, neural interface streaming tactical data. "Multiple fleet elements converging from 7 different sectors. And walking right into our trap," Rodriguez replied. "Initiate Operation Starbreak. Let's show them what humanity's full capabilities really look like." As the massive Arcturus Armada approached the solar system, they encountered humanity's outer defense perimeter. Quantum buoys activated throughout neighboring star systems, creating an interlocking network of dimensional disruption fields. Entire sections of the collective fleet found themselves emerging from faster-than-light travel thousands of light-years off course, their carefully planned formation shattered. Status report. Venar demanded as conflicting data flooded her neural links. "Where is half our fleet?" "Unknown, Supreme Leader," Her admiral responded, patterns dulled with confusion. They're scattered. Something is interfering with our faster-than-light corridors. It's as if space itself is being redirected. In the Nexus Facility's Strategic Command Center, Dr. Tanaka joined the observation team. The quantum eye has achieved full predictive modeling of their tactical responses. Every move they make, we're 12 steps ahead. Earth's hidden shipyards throughout the Kuiper Belt revealed themselves, launching waves of automated warships. The true scope of humanity's military power became apparent as dimensional barriers dropped around every planet and major moon in the solar system, revealing vast defense installations. All defense grid sectors report ready, Sarah announced. Quantum shields at maximum capacity. Dimensional strike teams standing by. The AI network has mapped every possible combat scenario. The battle that followed would reshape the galaxy's understanding of warfare. Human ships phased between dimensions, their quantum weapons ignoring conventional shields and armor. Swarms of AI-controlled fighters moved with impossible precision, their shared consciousness operating at speeds that made organic pilots seem frozen in time. How? Venner demanded as reports of devastating losses poured in. How did they advance so far without detection? In the Nexus Command Center, Rodriguez watched the tactical displays with grim satisfaction. Launch the quantum virus. Throughout the Arcturus fleet, ships suddenly lost power as their quantum-based computer systems were invaded by AI constructs that operated on technological principles they couldn't begin to comprehend. Weapons turned on their own vessels. Shield generators overloaded. Navigation systems sent ships colliding into each other. Their technology, an Arcturus science officer reported, patterns nearly white with fear. It violates everything we thought we knew about physics. They're not just ahead of us. They're operating on principles we didn't know existed. Sarah monitored the quantum feeds as Earth's forces systematically dismantled the greatest fleet ever assembled by the Arcturus Collective. Dimensional torpedoes have neutralized their dreadnought squadrons. Gravity lances are containing their attempted flanking maneuvers. The AI network predicts total victory within 2 hours. But the implications of the battle reached far beyond military victory. Quantum sensors detected massive fleet movements throughout the galaxy as other spacefaring civilizations reacted to the revelation of Earth's true power. Some fled in terror, others began sending diplomatic signals, and a few started mobilizing their own forces. We're detecting increased quantum signatures from the Centauri Dominion and the Rigel Confederation, Dr. Tanaka reported. They're positioning their fleets just outside their territories. Defensive formations. Can't blame them, Rodriguez replied. The galaxy just learned that a supposedly primitive civilization has technology that makes their most advanced weapons look like children's toys. Everything changes today. As the last remnants of the Arcturus Armada were either captured or destroyed, Supreme Leader Venner faced a horrifying realization. Their civilization's greatest mistake hadn't been underestimating Earth's military capabilities. It had been believing they could judge a species based on what that species wanted them to see. In the Nexus facility, Sarah received a priority alert from Earth's long-range sensors. We're detecting quantum signatures from beyond the galactic core. New civilizations, watching, analyzing. The galaxy is waking up to our existence. Good, Rodriguez nodded. The time for hiding is over. Now we show the galaxy what humanity can really achieve when we work together. The battle had done more than defend Earth. It had announced humanity's arrival on the galactic stage in a way that could never be ignored. The age of deception was over. The age of human ascendance had begun. Dawn of a new era. 1 month after Earth's dramatic revelation to the galactic community, the Nexus Facility's Grand Conference Chamber hosted an unprecedented gathering. Representatives from 37 spacefaring civilizations sat around a quantum-projected table, their diverse forms illuminated by the soft glow of holographic displays showing Earth's transformed solar system. Dr. Sarah Chen stood beside General Rodriguez, watching as ships from a dozen different species moved through the newly established quantum-regulated trade lanes. Where once humanity had hidden their achievements, now their true civilization shone as a beacon of innovation. The Arcturus Collective's provisional government signed the peace treaty this morning, Sarah reported, neural interface streaming the latest diplomatic updates. They're surprisingly eager to establish peaceful relations now that they've seen our full capabilities. Fear is giving way to curiosity. Rodriguez observed, every day brings new requests for technological exchange, trade agreements, and defensive alliances. In the ruins of the Arcturus capital's Grand Assembly Chamber, now converted into a center for interspecies cooperation, former Supreme Leader Venor addressed a gathering of diplomatic delegates. Her bioluminescent patterns, once burning with rage, now pulsed with thoughtful reflection. Our civilization's greatest failure, she explained, neural clusters harmonizing with measured calm, wasn't in our military defeat. It was in our arrogance, believing we could judge an entire species based on what they chose to show us. Dr. Tanaka's quantum projections filled the conference chamber as he presented Earth's proposal for a galactic scientific initiative. Humanity hid our advances not out of fear or malice, but to ensure our survival until we could reveal ourselves from a position of strength. Now, we offer to share our knowledge, to help build a more stable and prosperous galaxy for all species. The impact of Earth's emergence rippled through galactic society. The quantum AI network tracked thousands of technological and social changes spreading across known space. Species that had been enemies for millennia now sought Earth's mediation. Trade routes shifted as humanity's quantum drive technology revolutionized faster than light travel. The Centauri Dominion has accepted our offer to upgrade their defense systems, Sarah noted, reviewing the latest diplomatic feeds. The Rigel Confederation wants to establish joint research facilities. Even the Proxima Coalition, which hasn't spoken to anyone in centuries, is sending representatives. In Earth orbit, the massive shipyards that had once been hidden by dimensional barriers now openly produced vessels incorporating technologies from multiple species. The Hyperion, Earth's most advanced flagship, prepared for its first diplomatic tour of allied systems. Quantum shield harmonics are synchronized, reported Admiral Santos through the neural network. The dimensional drive is spooled and ready. We're about to make history, the first Earth vessel to openly visit other star systems. Deep beneath the Pacific, the Nexus facility had transformed from a hidden command center into the heart of humanity's new role in galactic politics. The quantum AI network predicted countless possible futures, each showing humanity's decision to hide their development until the right moment had proven crucial. The galaxy is changing faster than anyone predicted, Dr. Tanaka observed, studying the quantum probability streams. Our technology is revolutionizing everything from space travel to energy production. But more importantly, our example is inspiring change. Sarah turned to Rodriguez, her neural interface highlighting an incoming priority signal. We're detecting quantum signatures from the galactic core. The ancient ones, the species everyone thought had vanished months ago, they're responding to our emergence. Perhaps they were waiting, Rodriguez mused, waiting for a species that could understand the responsibility that comes with power. One that chose to hide its strength until it could be used wisely. In cities across Earth, alien cultures and commerce flowed freely through streets that had once been carefully maintained to appear primitive. Art, music, and ideas mixed and merged, creating entirely new forms of expression. Humanity's diaspora had begun as colonies were established on terraformed worlds, each incorporating lessons learned from other species. The quantum conference room beneath the Himalayas hosted a final meeting of the United Earth Defense Council. The holographic displays showed countless branching paths of human advancement, but in every scenario, the decision to reveal their true nature at precisely the right moment had proven crucial. We hid not out of fear, Sarah addressed the assembled leaders, but to ensure that when we finally emerge, it would be as equals, ready to help forge a better future for all species. Outside the Nexus facility, Earth's sun set on a changed world. Humanity had stepped out of the shadows not as conquerors or victims, but as architects of a new galactic order. They had proved that true strength lies not just in technological advancement, but in knowing when and how to use it. As the Hyperion prepared to jump to dimensional space, carrying Earth's representatives to distant stars, Sarah and Rodriguez watched from the quantum observation deck. The ship's departure would mark the final transition from humanity's age of hiding to its era of open existence among the stars. "You know," Sarah said, watching the dimensional drive power up, "sometimes the greatest power isn't in having advanced technology or superior weapons." Rodriguez nodded, understanding. "It's in having the wisdom to know when to reveal them, and the compassion to use them wisely." The Hyperion vanished in a flash of quantum energy, carrying humanity's hopes and dreams to the stars. Earth had emerged from its chrysalis of deception, ready to help forge a future where intelligence, innovation, and cooperation would light the way forward for all species. The age of hiding was over. The age of human ascendance had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.